All right. We seem to be all good and up and running. So, I'm probably going to attempt to do some more game programming on a completely new game because I've been meaning to get round to doing a different style of game basically. And a real-time strategy game would be quite fun. Um, and since Twitch has got a software and game development category now, should be something that people will actually find for a change. So I can close my own stream. Yeah. Right. I will create a completely new project. I'm gonna start right now from scratch. See what happens. I've already put a lot of thought into this one previously. If I fire this up. Trello. Strategy game. Right. Okay. Oh, this is new. Games. It's kind of relevant. But I suppose top down for now. C++. Scalable, I guess. Do we care about starter content? Probably not. Okay, well, I'm just gonna call it RTS game. So my D drive, C++, go. Right. So I already put some vague thoughts down in here of all the stuff that I need to incorporate. And it might be a while before we get anything that we can interact with, or it might take me half an hour because I figure it out very quickly. But we'll see what happens. I will probably have to use my existing game as a guide for certain things, just to remind me how the hell you do it. But the first port of call is going to be making some what am I going for here? Basic making us use a character without any model or anything that has the mouse cursor, and we can probably drop some objects into the game like the resources. So I can create a class for a resource, be it wood, stone, gold, food. But then we should be able to hover over things, make the mouse change depending on what the resource is. And then when we've got that kind of set up, we can make it so it spawns an initial building and then make the building have workers. Yeah, that should be cool. Cool, right, so straight off the bat, in theory, I should hit play, click, walk around, excellent, right. So let's do this. So we're in C++, so and I think we go build, tools, new C++ class. Right, so we're going to want, probably, you can inherit from interfaces, can't you? So, and let me figure this out. We have a class that has a resource that implements an interface because we're going to need it for movable creatures and immovable physical things in the world. So we want an actor that is going to be our resource. And this is going to be wood, stone, gold. and then the base resource is going to implement from an interface that will allow the character to hover over it, detect that it's hovering over it, and then go from there, basically. And in theory, I should be able to go straight into this. All classes, resource, wonderful. So we're gonna make one called gold. And all the resources will have is a enumeration of their type and it's going to be struct, and it's going to be a resource type and a value. Okay. So we've got gold now, which inherits from that. Another resource. Stone, and then I'll create wood. Yeah, I've never designed a real-time strategy game before, so I'm gonna have to work out how to do the click and drag with the mouse, which shouldn't be too far-fetched. In fact, it will just be a case of probably you get the start click, the release, get the 2 points, and then figure out yeah, what lies in between. I suppose I could create a volume, a temporary box object when you release that then does an on overlap. That should be pretty straightforward. Right, moving on. Well, let's just do reload all in here just to make sure. All classes, resource, wood. Yeah, so we've got wood. Oh, I need food as well at some point. Yeah, it's whatever. And then the main actor isn't actually going to be like a playable character, of course. You're like the overseer. But that should be fine. So we've got everything there. So what we want is in source, want to create a new object, I think. Resource is going to be pretty common, and it's only it'll be fine. I'll do it in here for now. So firstly, it's been a very long time since I've done this. Ah, damn it! I'm just gonna have to look at my other projects real quick. Unreal 5 for an RPG. I can never remember how you do some of this stuff. Oh, I'm making an enum, not a struct. That's why. Oh, I will just copy and paste it. Struct is different anyway. So this is going to be source type. Right, there we go. We want wood, stone, gold, and food. Wonderful. close that down. And then very simply, we will have public protected even type, and then in here we want the constructor that type equals source gold. Then we do the same in here. Stone. Create the interface. Come on. No, stop it. Keep pressing the wrong button there. Alright. And then words. I'm going to change the DPI. Hang on. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah, alright. It's not going to flicker around all the time. I'm not playing a shooter. I don't need it that extreme. Right. Perfect. So we've got wood, stone, gold. Now, if we come into our character, we've got an on-tick, got movement and stuff. Probably won't be needing this. So this is spawn, setting the cursor where it is. If I stop this, right. So this is getting the hit result. We'll need this code regardless at some point. I'll just leave that up for now. So ideally, so cursor to world is a decal component. So this is what we want to change. So for every resource, when you hover over it, it will have a different decal material. So as an example, what are these? U material. So we would want in here tmap finger position. It's going to be e resource type u material something like that. I'm going to use that. And then we include our resource because we're going to be needing that pretty much for the entire game. And then we need another map, which is going to be the same premise. Resource type, and then a resource. Wow, I'm tapping today. Something like that. Resources. So this is going to be. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Okay, so we need a struct inside here. Sorry, inside here. I need to look that one up again as well, because I'm just completely forget how to do half of this stuff as soon as I stop doing it for even a month. Right, so here's what we want. So in here, so we're creating a U struct. See, I thought I was on par with that. And this is going to be just F resource. It's going to be amount. And type. Wait, is that? Oh, hang on, I need to rework something in a second. But basically, this is going to be let's call that stats for now. We don't need that in there anymore because it's stored in here. In theory, we should have access to that. So in gold, it's going to be stats.type. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. So now the resource has a struct that is its current stats. Let's clear this out. Okay, so now we've got that, and in the character, this is going to be resource. So now this is a list of basically the resource and how much we have, and we can access it quickly by its resource type in the map. So as an example, where are we looking? Looking here. When this starts, to add, so we would want a resource type wood, F resource wood, and then we go wood dot type equals wood dot amount equals 0. Blah blah blah, just to set them all to 0. 3, 4. And then this is going to be gold. Stone. And then gold, wood, gold, stone, food. There we go. So we've got all of our starting resources set to 0, at least for now. I mean, we could start with, say, 50 of each. For now, whatever, that would do. You can change this whenever, so it's fine. So we're going to need some standard methods in here that I can make before we even start putting anything into the actual game. So we're going to want to have something for add resource, which is going to be resource type int amount. And then we want to do a remove resource and amount. Cool. Do that. Do that. Oh, we also want to do this. These should be in 32s. And remove resource. Oh, whoops. Oh, sorry. Let's just sort these out. And this is going to be sources dot find type dot amount equals resource plus equals amount. Minus equals amount. And then we just simply do that. Perfect. So it's 3 very straightforward helper options. We're going to want to make the camera miles away. Set that to 3000. Nothing else needs to happen in here. And I want to make the properties for those instance editable. The world. So I need this. There we go. Resource. Okay, and now, so we've got all of the base starting resources and stuff set up. And if I do the same thing I just did, I wonder if this works anymore. You didn't used to be able to see maps in the blueprints. Okay. Yeah, for some reason you couldn't expose a map to the engine, so resource conflicts. So we need to find it. But where? Okay, rename resource stats. Oh yeah, of course. Nope. Right, what have we got now? Private members. Yeah, okay. Let's make them public for now. Just to see if this works. I can come and sort that out later, but it won't really be a problem. Nothing else in the outside of the context of this character should be manipulating these values anyway. Oh, come on, stop it. So stats. Hang on, I know what this is. Need to dereference those. What about that? Because they come out as pointers. Let's just see where we get with that. Such a small program, it compiles instantly, so legal indirection. Yeah, fair enough. Let's try that. No. No. Stop it. Fine. Why is it complaining about this one? 32 resource type. Amount. Okay. Try that. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I one day might actually understand what happened there. Now I just don't care enough. At least it's consistent. Cool. Okay, so if we hit play and we eject, we select our character, should... look at that. Straight off the bat. Oh, stop it. Wonderful. See that? Why did you... Alright. Yeah, so now we've got a map of wood to the properties there. And then if we come into here, obviously that's all taken from all of this. Let's check the right. Wood, gold, stone, food. Excellent. So now this actor, which obviously we don't want to be this, has spawned in with some starting resources. And if I create, hang on, if I go into here, C++ classes, and we drag, nope, that's not what I'm trying to do, thank you very much. Drag some gold in, comes up as gold. Why it's not being allowed to move is beyond me at the moment. We'll figure that one out later, but it's there and it's got the right stuff, sources and stats. So now I should probably figure out why it's like this. It doesn't seem to have a transform. Is actor too low level? Be placed or spawned in the world. They have a location, right? So we don't really want it to be a pawn, so... Interesting. Okay, so why are you... Oh god, there's so much stuff here. Right, gold 1. Is it possible to expand everything? I don't see an option for that. Toggle favorites. Yeah, that's cool. Is there a line I can... Nope, there isn't. Partition date layers actor. Yeah, because it doesn't have a transform. And I am unsure why. What I'm looking for, of course, is the same kind of stats that this guy has here. The transform. Are they meant to be scene components? Pawns, resource. See, everything else in here is stuff that you can drag into the world and it just exists. You've got like lights. You know, you can just create a light, point light. Apparently not. There you go. Got a light. Why? Wow, but where's that ended up? There we go. Where on earth is its pivot point? Huh? Something else broken maybe. So when I select him, I can move him around. When I select this, I can't. I'm being an idiot. I was running the game still. My bad. Easily done. Okay, let's get rid of these because we don't really care about the cubes. All the walls, we need the floor. Okay, right, kind of back to square one here. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Gold. Okay, the gold is still not cooperating. Can other things move? Why does my mouse disappear into the void sometimes? Okay, let's do a build all then. This is very bizarre. I had this issue in my other game and I'm never figure it out. Alright, let's look this up. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Nope. Resimulate. What is wrong with this? Okay, let's delete that. Let's create a right, no, don't move my phone, go away. Right, top down blueprints. You blueprint class then. Oh, classes. Gold. Whatever. Okay, it doesn't like using default classes then. Alright. Can't imagine why. Oh, that works. Okay, we now have gold anyway. If I go into here, we wanna put this over here. We want to give it a cube. There we go. A cube, compile, save, close. Content, gold. Probably going to crash because I renamed it as something that exists. Yep, okay, let's close that. Restart this. Okay, hit result, cursor, trace, impact. Somewhere in one of my other games. That's not what I'm looking for. Unreal projects. I got rid of it already, probably. Yeah, it's all zipped up in there. Let me go on to my GitHub. Back to me. Make RPG. Characters. It's in the controller, isn't it? Get target under cursor. Oh, that was it. Okay, so I literally need this. So if I do this, so hit, blocking hit, which is the same as this. Don't know why I'm doing that. I need var. Okay, so target found. Is a implements, and then we want to. So we're gonna make an interface for the resource now. So I need to figure that one out again because I only did that recently in one of my main games. The previous one, in fact. But it should be pretty simple. Let's put this up over here. So we're just going to go through, and if I remember correctly, yeah, so we've got a damager interface. It's that, and then it's, yeah, okay. And it implements U interface, cool. So we go to this new class. Intriguing. There we go. This is going to be a resource interface. Okay, and then just to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's just implements. No. Actually, yeah, let's stop. It's not this we're looking for. It is Plasma Storm event. Yeah, so it's just in that. Cool. Okay, so we can close down gold, stone, words. Where are we looking here? So this one. So we want this. So so we want all of our resources to implement the resource interface in the same way that this does. And then we override the methods, don't we? Okay, so in the resource interface, we're going to have a public method void called take resources, which takes in 32 of amount. And then, is this correct? And let me just go back to this. I like using my own examples because I know they actually work. So I don't need the C++. Well, I do, but yeah, it's whatever. Void take resources, virtual, sorry. So we want it to be a virtual void, take resources. We're gonna create the implementation. It's not gonna do anything by default because that's not how it works. And then in resource, we're going to override this method. Yeah. Okay, let's try spelling again, shall we? Good grief. And then we do stats dot amount minus equals amount. Simple as that. So what we've just done, let me just sort this out. I know what all of this is. Thank you very much. In fact, it probably won't need any of these methods at all. I don't think we're going to do anything special with those. Don't care. Whatever. Good. Right. Clean it up a bit. Sort this all out. There we go. So what we've done is we've created some resources, be it stone, wood, gold, food, blah blah blah. But the stone, wood, and gold are physically fixed objects, and they don't need to move around or anything. But the food may need to move around, or it may not. And so the easiest solution here is to have the resources system done through an interface. So the resource object is just for stationary resources, basically. So it could be a berry bush, which produces food, but we may also want like deers and boars, wolves, bears, etc. And they'll have to inherit from the character class, but they are still technically resources. So they still need to have this functionality of the take resources method. So if you imagine we kill one of these creatures as if it was a normal enemy, then the next time we try and interact with it, instead of performing a fight action, we perform a gather action on it. And that's how this is, that's the purpose of this. So when we go into our character, and we now find something that implements the iResources interface, which I think, is that right? Let me again just need to double check, because this is something I did like once very recently. So it's implements class, and it's the U U version of it. So we don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Give me a sec. So we want U resource interface, I think. So here we go, U drone interface, and then it's going to look like killer blah 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 implements that. Oh, okay, it's like this. Yeah, so it's the class implements. Good, right, okay. And now we can do some things with the cursor. So what we want is on the interface, we will have the enumeration of its type. Where are we going? What are we going to do here? So this already implements the interface. So if we're going to put that on the interface header, so we avoid a bit of circular references here. And we're going to have a virtual void get type. Oh, sorry. Get type. Okay. And then we're just going to implement that. Do nothing. And then in resource, we're going to have override that method. And like we did with the amount, create implementation to return stats.amount. And then we can also do one for get amount because it makes sense. Same difference. And now anything that implements the resource, oh, whoops. That's meant to be type. Now anything that implements the resource interface now has to override get type and get amount, which means we can always access it. And so now we have a U resource interface. I'm just going to call it RI equals cast. I think actually this is something else that I need to just quickly look at. Yeah, so you cast it to the I interface, okay. So we're looking for the I resource interface, target found, and then we can do, I don't know, I know, switch, oh wait, where do we set the cursor decal? Cursor to world, oh, we need this. Okay, and then we want to do we have this map, which is material cursors. And we're going to find it based on the ri.getType. And it's going to be a U. Is it a decal component? No, it's just a U material. U material. So we're using that map, which we haven't added anything to yet, but we can do. Null pointer, and then we're going to set it to that. So what we're doing is, as we're hovering around the world, we're getting a lot of information and stuff. And if we happen to hover over something that implements the resource interface, we will try and find the relevant material for it to display on the cursor. And I could, for instance, as a good example, let's try this. Material cursors dot add new resource type gold. So this one's going to have this. And then we're going to make, say, wood null. So what we're trying to do here is just to test whether it will change when I hover over gold or wood. So firstly, we need to see if this runs at all. But I've not done anything particularly far-fetched here, so it might just go. I'd believe it will. Let's have a look. Oh, Yeah, that's a fair point. I didn't finish the interface off. Right, this is going to be return food by default 0. What else? It's that. Just missing some basics here. Okay, let's see what happens now. Oh. Have I messed that one up? This should be 32. Same on the interface. I've been an idiot there. I'm surprised it can convert the enumeration to an integer. They're pretty interchangeable normally. But there we go. What's left? Oh, right, yeah, because this is a pointer. There we go. Excellent. That wasn't too bad. I just forgot to change a few things. And once we do this, we can use that information to then decide what to do, what actions to perform. So if I go into here, create a new blueprint class, wood, call it wood BP, right? And then this is going to be round for some reason. Just add a sphere instead. Compile, save. Oh, right. And it hit the breakpoint. Look at this. So in however long that's been, an hour, gone from nothing to resources that are in the world, an interface that we can interact with when we hover over. So if you can see here, can I? Oh, well, whatever. I mean, it's here. Let me add a watch variable. Oh, it's optimized away. It's whatever. It's found. You know, we've got material cursors. We've got null. That if I get off of this, so the gold has that decal. Oh, I don't know how the decals work, to be honest. Anyway, it finds them, it does stuff with them, and then it sets the decal material, which I'm surprised it doesn't set it back to null. I suppose if you set it to null, it blanks it out entirely. Let's try and find the decal material for that and see if we can copy and change it. Just as a bit of proof. That's intriguing. Inner ring, outer ring, radius, emissive color. Okay, yeah, so hang on. Duplicate. So this is going to be wood cursor. This is going to be gold Come on, you can do that. Okay. And if we go onto here, we can set this to be gold. Then we can set this to be brown. Excellent. And hopefully we'll have to stop this, close this, save that. This is going to be gold cursor. Yeah, okay. Don't know what. Okay. Gold cursor, gold cursor. What did I? Oh. Right, sorry. Bear with me a second. Where was I changing the woods one? Oh, did I not actually add that to up here? I might not have done. Oh well. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so now we're finding the gold cursor, finding the wood cursor, assigning them to the map, and hopefully, as we hover over one and the other, it'll be obvious to see that the code's worked. Visualization of programming is probably the single most useful thing. That's why I always write tons of print lines and stuff when I do Java and things. Although to be fair, I used to work on projects where you had to spend nearly 10 minutes recompiling it and running it. So you'd basically leave thousands of print lines everywhere. It could potentially be going wrong. Okay, so we got that one. And we got that one. Look, it's not that different, but you can clearly see when we hover over the wood one, we've got this wood color, and then we get this gold color. How cool is that? All right, that means everything's kind of set up. I mean, obviously you can still run around and stuff, which we technically need to still kind of do, but not quite in the same way. I've never written a controller that's more of an observer than a actual physical entity in the world, so I will be figuring that one out from scratch. But we can go brown cursor, gold cursor, brown cursor, gold cursor. Excellent. I didn't think it would work that quickly. And if we wanted to do fuck it, I'll stop for now anyway, because my voice is going and I actually need to eat. But that was great. I will as always, I will upload the code onto GitHub. I'll make a new project and stuff, and then anyone's free to use it if it's of any use to anyone at all. I have recently seen somebody asking for like a tutorial series on a strategy game, and maybe this will help once I get going. There's going to be a lot of figuring things out, like formations for units and building outlines before they're built, and figuring out how to do the AI so they behave correctly and place buildings within given constraints and stuff. And it's going to be a whole world of trouble. It's going to be a lot of fun though. So yeah, hopefully this was a good intro into to this kind of stuff. I don't know. Oh, if anyone's still around, hope you have a good rest of the week and stuff, and I'll do my best to get back to this another time.